Welcome back, my lovelies, and today we have a mini book haul. It's been a long time since I've purchased a book, might I say. I just need to go and buy books. I needed to fill that void in my heart, as I say. So before we get into fantasy, I did buy 2 books that were non-fantasy that I really wanted to read and have been on my TBR for a very long time. The first being Butcher and Blackbird. I know I have not read this yet, and you're probably thinking, Selen, how could you? This is literally right up your alley. And you'd be right. I just haven't gotten around to picking this book up and reading this, but I know that once I do, I will be obsessed. I know I will be obsessed because it's got everything that I want to read. It's dark romance. I think it's kind of like a comedy as well. It's 2 serial killers falling in love with each other. Like, when do you read about things like this? Do you know what I mean? So it's right up my alley, and I cannot wait to read and review this for you guys because I know I'll love it too. Butcher and Blackbird. The second book that I picked up was me starting this journey that I have wanted to start for a very long time. This book series is part of like an ongoing book series of like 20 freaking plus books, and that would be Rena Kent's Cruel King. You guys know I'm obsessed with dark romance, right? And I've heard so many good things about Rena Kent. I'm aware that every single person who's read her books have just like become hooked and obsessed. And I just thought to myself, you know what? It's time to start. It was really expensive, and it's one of the reasons why I didn't want to start this book series, because every book is like £16. I'm just like looking at my bank account like, oh. It's about Levi and Astrid. It's giving enemies to lovers. It's giving high school, college, I'm not quite sure. Cruel King by Rena Kent. The third book that I bought has been on my TBR for the longest, and this is the moment where we start our fantasy. Serpent and the Wings of the Night, the Crown of Nixia novels. Now, the third book is coming out in November, and I just thought to myself, let me buy the first book, not read it, let me just have it, and then kind of read the first and second book in the beginning of November, so that I don't have to wait for the third book to come out, if that makes sense. It can be ready for when I've finished the books. And I'm gonna love this. It's about humans and vampires. I think there's betrayal in it from what I've heard. I think it's enemies to lovers, and I think there's like a trial as well. The Serpent and the Wings of the Night, guys. The Serpent and the Wings of the Night. I am so lucky because my book haul literally just arrived a minute ago. Amazing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Now, the first book that I bought was This Cruel and Lovely by Stark. It's humans and fays, it's enemies to lovers, it's forced proximity, it's got magic, and it's got mystery. So what more could you want from a book like this? And did I mention it's dark fantasy? I think so. Don't quote me on that. I'm kind of in the era of like exploring new books and sort of going away from Book Talk on Bookstagram's recommendations because, you know, it can be a hit or a miss, as we know. So yeah, I can't wait to read this and give you my feedback, and I'll let you know if it's worth reading. Now, moving on to my favorite purchase. It's just looking at me and I'm looking at it, you know? It is the one and only Daughter of No Worlds. I thought this was book 2, but I think it's book 3. This says volume 3 and this says volume 1. Well, but yeah, I bought The Daughter of No Worlds and Mother of Death and Dawn. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the covers of these books? I can't. I don't know anything regarding this book. I couldn't even tell you tropes. I want to go into this book completely blind. I think it is enemies to lovers. That's what I know. But it looks so good. And they say never judge a book by its cover, but I mean, I'm judging in a good way right now. I'll have a look into why I managed to get book 3 and not book 2. Weird. Thank you for watching. That was the entirety of this haul. Let me just put them all together so I can show you what I've bought. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this haul, and I will definitely be giving you an update on whether or not I like these books. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.